What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
Needless to say, coming home after the battle with Serafima was rough. We got back to the keep with everyone that had come back, and luckily they didn't remember anything. Dogma told us that he, Yelena, and Hal were going to search the grove on an adventure to find out more about the druids they researched. Apparently, at Dogma's meeting we missed, they talked about their research that brought them to understand that these grove druids, called the Larakai, had a non-god tied Dawnwood diamond and apparently a hexaleap. They were hunted by a being that matched the description of who Shay saw, who we all were starting to believe was Dark Fury. After that, the druids were never heard from again. The assumption was that they used the diamond to split the hexaleap into Dogma and Codex. Finley ended up using the diamond Serafima had to honor Connie's request and wished Ezra to be back. Though he didn't look like the teenage brother Connie had described, it seemed like he was in his early 20s and in a panic. Ezra started yelling that he wouldn't fall for another one of Arathia's tricks as Finley tried to calm him down. VR and Casimir told us that they were going to leave the Burg and stay in the wilds for a time, to discover more about the wish the Chaos Diamond was used to make. Apparently it brought everyone back who died last year. When they left, we all took our time to mourn before parting for the night. A few months later, Fiara told us the diamond trail had run cold, as well as that Arathia, whom Fiara assumed had at least one of the two remaining diamonds, had been missing for some time. So we all took time off, a little over a year's worth of time actually. Finley went soul searching in the wilds, Terrence and Ezra went to his apartment in the second to work with Helawana on their contract with Chartreuse, and Codex and Wash found day jobs. Wash also spent this time interrogating and torturing Lady Brisea for information. I spent every day with Guy. However, with the assumption that Dark Fury and the Beasts had a reason to bring back all of the people that died, I explained everything to Guy and said he'd be safest if he left Zabraria forever. She did her own thing for most of the year, until she found Finley in the wilds and asked if he'd accompany her to the Grove to visit her sister Ishnalia in the Demiplane where the Shadow Elves adept in shadow stepping were from. Finley discovered through Ish and Shay's catching up that their mother died from the Beast of the Grove, as well as more information on Shay's revenant father who had died again, I guess. Time passes much slower in the Demiplane, so they were there for a long while, but eventually they asked Ish to bring them back to the Grove and led them to where their mother died, hoping they would also find Dogma, Yelena, and Hal on the way there. God's willing they have some leads on either the diamonds or whatever plot Dark Fury is no doubt cooking up.